my name is Penny Parks and I'm an Advanced Director for the Pampered Chef, and Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, so I want to share some of my best cooking tips with my favorite tools with you. So the first thing we're going to talk about, this video is going to be about turkey. Turkey is, of course, one of the most important parts of Thanksgiving, and you want your turkey to come out and look beautiful, so I'm going to help you with that. First of all, a high quality pan is one of the most important parts of that. Never use a disposable turkey pan, because if you put a big turkey in a disposable pan and you try to pull the turkey out of the oven, you can have a very bad burning accident with the boiling juice spilling on you. So I would highly recommend a high quality pan. Now, our pan is wonderful. It is non-stick. It has a triple layer non-stick coating both inside and out of the pan, and allows you to finish your gravy on the cooktop. This will go on the cooktop as well. But one of my favorite parts about this pan is the rack, because when you sit your turkey on a rack, it will give your turkey more even heat because it allows the heat of the oven to go underneath the turkey and all around turkey. That's how I prep my turkey. Set my turkey out on the rack, and I try to trim away any excess fat that is around and hanging. We don't need to have that. Use our professional shears. They're wonderful. They're spring-loaded. They'll cut through anything. They'll actually cut through bone after cut up your carcass and save it to make soup. It is wonderful for that. They go right into the dishwasher as well, and those are our professional shears. I then coat my turkey with a thin layer of olive oil. Just massage that turkey with the olive oil, and then do a good layer of our dry rub on there. I do a combination of rosemary herb as well as crushed peppercorn and garlic. Really coat it on there, and then maybe fill your cavity with some excess herbs you have, or other side dishes that you're doing, and maybe a fresh lemon. You can put some garlic in there. You can also press some garlic and place it on top of your turkey. Then when you're going to cook your turkey, you're going to put it in the oven. You're going to cook it without a cover at 425 for about 45 minutes. And that is similar to when you're searing a cut of meat. What you're doing is you are crisping up the skin on the outside while retaining those nice juices inside your bird. Then you're going to take a big piece of aluminum foil, fold it, tent your turkey, allowing air to be around your turkey for about 2 hours. Once you take the tent off, you probably, depending on the size of your turkey, you can have anywhere from an hour to 3 hours to finish up your turkey. Now, how do you tell your turkey's done? Not really with the pop-up timer. They're sometimes inaccurate, but with an instant read thermometer. This is our instant read thermometer. I love this because it doesn't roll. It will sit right on your countertop. It has a big face, so it's easy to read. You want to either put it in the thigh and bring your turkey to 180, or you want to put it in your breast and bring your turkey to 165. Okay, once your turkey's done, very important to have a good set of meat lifters. My very first turkey I had, it was a big turkey. I bought a set of meat lifters. I went to lift it up, and what happened was the meat lifters bent and my turkey went flying. So this is not fun. I hope this doesn't happen to anybody. That's why you need a good set. Here's the difference in ours. They have 4 prongs. They have covers that sit right on so that they don't cut you in the drawer. They're very heavy duty. They're great also for filet on the grill. I would highly recommend them. They hang in your closet. They're absolutely terrific. A lot of people baste a turkey. I don't baste it often, because if you baste your turkey too often, what'll happen is you allow heat to come out of your oven by constantly opening your oven door. So the only time I do the basting is at that very end when I am browning the skin, and I will just baste the turkey to put some of the oils back on the skin, because that will give your turkey a very nice glow. Once you do that first step of searing at 425, that's going to keep your turkey nice and juicy. Okay, very important. So you've lifted your turkey out to put it on a cutting board. So this is our cutting board. It has wells on one side, and it also has this one large well for carving your turkey. It's important to have a good knife and fork to carve your turkey. A long tined fork, certainly, because your turkey is going to be warm. Now that's a good point. Once you take your turkey out of the oven, for a big turkey, you want to keep it out of the oven for about 30 minutes to get it cool enough so that the person carving it has an easy time carving it. You want a really sharp knife, a carbon steel knife, is much better for sharpening than a stainless steel knife, so you want a good carbon steel knife. Our knives are forged, our knives are weighted and balanced, and most important to all the home cooks is they're very comfortable in your hand. So that's important. Once you carve your turkey, remember 2 hours at room temperature is as long as you can keep your turkey out and carved, because that's when bacteria starts to grow, and we want to keep everybody very, very safe on Thanksgiving. A good pair of oven mitts with all these hot foods in the oven that can be greasy. These are silicone. They're lined on the inside so that they're extremely comfortable. So when you are making your gravy, what you want to do first, we have spouts that you can pour your juices out and separate your fat. Our gravy separator is wonderful. It's a righty-lefty gravy separator, and I love the large top opening so that when you're pouring into an area where you're actually going to get it into the separator. And then you can take your juices, put it right back into the pot, put your pot on your cooktop, and to use our spiral whisk and to get into all the little sections is very important. So hopefully that helped you make a wonderful turkey for your Thanksgiving. Enjoy.